2018 Honda CR-V. Okay, oil change. Here we go. So I'm going to start by using ramps this time. So I went ahead and drove it up on ramps, and now I'm going to set the parking brake. Alright, with the parking brake set, I'm going to put the wheel chocks behind the rear wheels. Alright, so we have the oil. We have 4 quarts of SAE 0W20. And we also have our oil filter. Mobile 1. Oil pan. Either one of these sizes is sufficient. I will use Big Bertha. Underneath, there appears to be a series of deflector shields. It looks like this real thin aluminum one right here needs to come off, and so it appears as if there's you need a Phillips screwdriver, and then it looks like you need a flat blade screwdriver or a straight slot, whatever you want to call it. Have some paper towels handy, because if you're like me, you're going to get oil all over yourself and all over your shirt and all over your pants. Okay, so there's a series of them. So on the far front corners, there's a typical machines type screw. The back ones are a straight slot, quarter turn, counterclockwise, easy to get off. There's 2 front ones though. They look like this, and they're made of aluminum, and they are hard to get off. And the other one was stripped when I got underneath here, so I got the right one off by being gentle. The left one is still stripped. Here, I'll show it to you. So that one right there is stripped. See how it has been stripped? Alright, so what I've opted to do is I'm just going to take the front plastic piece that it's attached to. I'm just going to take those little fasteners out using a little tool not to break them. Okay, so I think it's ready. I got the front part undone, so I'll just go ahead and slide. Oop. I got one more in the back. Alright. Slide it back. And it all comes out at once. Alright, so you have my point of view right now, and right here is your oil filter, easy to get to. That's pretty nice. And just aft of that is the drain plug for your oil. Our next step is to go ahead and drain the oil. Alright, I got the camera set up, so yeah, drain plug right here, and funny enough, it says engine oil with an arrow. So there's confirmation. Here's one thing I want to note. This is an aluminum pan, if it's even a pan. This is really soft, and this is probably a steel plug, so when you put the plug back on, we don't want to over tighten it because we don't want to strip out the aluminum threads on here, so we'll just be real careful. Alright, so the socket appears to be a 17mm socket, so we'll go ahead and position our drain pan underneath here. Alright, loosen it up. That's nice. Make sure your engine is not hot when you do this, because you're going to burn yourself. Hello. Alright, make sure you keep track of that gasket. Probably the biggest drain hole I've ever seen on a oil pan. Alright, so as you can see, it's down to a drip, and I'm going to put the plug back on wipe it down, wipe the surface area down, and stick that plug back in there. Make sure you can screw it in by hand. Alright. And give it just a little bit of tightness. Not too tight, just snug. While we're under here, I'm going to slide the pan a little bit farther forward. And we have the oil filter. We should be able to take this off by hand. If not, get yourself an oil filter wrench. Looks like this. We'll try it by hand first. Oh boy, no sir, or no ma'am. Oh, I have too large of a filter wrench. So I got lucky, and I did not have to go to the auto parts store because I had this little gem in my garage. And this is for my Toyota pickup truck, where it's got the special, latching keys on it to release the canister, where a filter can fit in there. And guess what? It fits this filter. So, I don't have to buy any more tools. Let's just get this thing off. Fits like a glove. So, my wife has my pickup truck with all my tools in it, so I don't have my half-inch drive, but I don't think it's going to be on there too tight, so I'm using channel locks. There it comes. There it comes. All right. Alright, so we went ahead and got the filter off. And I'm just going to wipe this surface down real good. And wipe this oil down. The new filter, you want to make sure that you put a layer of oil on this lip. And just put a layer of oil on there. Lubricate that surface. Then screw it on there by hand. You want it loose like that, so it just spins. Yeah. Dry your hands off, and then get a good grip on it. With your hands dry, get a good grip on it, and turn it by hand as tight as you can. And that's all the tighter you need it is, just by hand. We're gonna go ahead and put the oil, the cover back on, and add oil. All right, now it's time to add the oil. Get yourself a clean funnel. Put 3.5 quarts in. And 1 quart. Two quarts. That's 3. And this is the 4th quart here, but I'm going to only pour half of it in there, just because I don't want to overfill it. so that's about half. Alright, so I put 3.5 quarts in there. I'm going to pull it off the ramps, pull it into the garage where I'm on a level surface, and I'm going to top it off. Don't forget to remove the blocks or the chocks behind your wheels. And release the parking brake. Alright, so we're going to check the oil now. The oil is this orange dipstick. Usually they're yellow, but in this car it's orange. And we're going to check the fluid level since we're on a flat surface. In between those two dots is 1 quart level. So pull the dipstick. Stick it back into the hole all the way down. And then we're going to pull it out. And it appears as if we're just above that bottom hole, so we're about a half a quart low, which makes sense because we only put 3.5 quarts in. So I'm going to put the rest of that in there. Alright, so we'll put the remaining of the 4th quart in there. We'll let it sit for a couple minutes. Wipe the dipstick. Right there. Right at the bottom level of that top hole. So we're good. We're full. Alright, so we just got done changing the oil. I'm going to put this dipstick back in there. Oil and filter and 4 quarts of oil. 0W20. I'm going to go ahead and reset the maintenance minder right now. Although I still have to change the brake fluid and I have to rotate the tires, I'll go ahead and do that. But since the oil's been changed, I'm going to go ahead and reset the maintenance minder. Alright, to reset the maintenance minder on this car, I have this information screen on my vehicle. And so on the steering wheel dash, you hit your information button once, twice, 3 times, 4 times until I get this wrench, and now I'm going to hit enter. Oil, so I'm going to hold the enter button down for 10 seconds. I'm holding it down, I'm holding it down, holding it down. Okay, and now I'm going to scroll down to all due items, and I'm going to hit enter. Reset complete. Oil life 100%. Yay! Okay, it's still telling me engine oil life. So let me... I guess you can choose whatever display that you want. $21,679 miles on this vehicle. Thanks for watching the oil change. And check out my other video because I'll show you how I'm doing the brake fluid change. I won't show you the tire rotation because I'm going to take it somewhere to get that done. So, alright, thanks for watching my video. Hey, if you like these videos, press like. I'll do my best to edit them so that you don't get bored. And don't forget to subscribe also because I really like the subscriptions. And comments, I love comments. Alright, catch you guys later.